Do you want to avoid regret over the most important decisions in your life? Do you want to make choices that your future self will thank you for 10 or 20 years from now? The answer is simple. Picture yourself at 80 and look at today's decision from that vantage point. Don't choose based on short-term fear. Choose based on long-term regret. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. In 1994, Jeff Bezos stood at a critical crossroads. Should he leave his high-paying job at hedge fund D.E. Shaw and take what seemed like a reckless leap, selling books on the internet? The risks were obvious. Failure meant losing his career and his income. So he ran a thought experiment. When I'm 80, what will I regret? Will I regret leaving a stable job, or will I regret never trying? The answer was clear. The probability of regretting inaction was far greater. Short-term failures heal with time. But research suggests that over the long run, the regret of not doing tends to linger. Bezos shared this regret minimization framework in his 2010 Princeton commencement speech. Numerous studies in behavioral economics and psychology also suggest that taking a future perspective helps suppress impulsive present-day emotions, enabling more rational decision-making. This isn't just a self-help concept. Shifting your time horizon tends to change how you evaluate things and what you consider important. This is a scientifically grounded decision-making framework, and it's within your reach. Before your next major decision, ask your 80-year-old self, will I regret this choice? This will change how you navigate your life. Today, let me show you the science behind it. So, why do we make the wrong decisions? The reason is simple. The human brain overestimates short-term risk and underestimates long-term regret. Short-term risks are right in front of you. Income drops. Stability disappears. People around you push back. These are concrete, and they trigger fear. But long-term regret is hard to visualize. What happens if I never try feels abstract. So we dismiss it. Research shows that creating psychological distance, stepping into the perspective of your future self, makes you less susceptible to being pulled by immediate emotions. From the vantage point of 80, short-term risks look trivial, and long-term regrets look enormous. That's the scientific foundation of the regret minimization framework. So how do you actually use it? The regret minimization framework has 3 steps. Step 1. Set your time horizon. Build a vivid picture of yourself at 80. Where are you? Who are you with? What matters to you? Don't settle for a vague image. Paint a sharp, concrete picture of your future self. Recent psychology research suggests that even using an aging app to see a photo of your older self can boost your imagination of the future and encourage wiser decisions. Step 2. Compare the risks against the regrets. First, list your short-term risks. Income drops. Stability disappears. People push back. Then list your long-term regrets. Never took the challenge. Never tested my potential. Kept choosing the safe path. Then ask your 80-year-old self, which is more unbearable? Step 3. Decide from the long-term perspective. Execute the choice your 80-year-old self would be proud of. Decide not from emotional fear, but from logical regret avoidance. Creating psychological distance, reappraising the situation, can make you less swayed by emotions like fear. It opens the door to calm, logical, long-term decision-making. What kinds of decisions can you use this framework for? It delivers powerful results across 5 critical life situations. Career change. Stable job versus a growth opportunity. Will your 80-year-old self regret choosing stability? Or regret never choosing growth? Starting a business. Risk versus the regret of never trying. The risk of failure is temporary, but the regret of never trying lasts forever. Marriage. Uncertainty versus the regret of being alone. The perfect timing doesn't exist. What will your 80-year-old self choose? Relocation. A familiar environment versus the regret of missing new experiences. Do you choose comfort, or do you choose possibility? A career pivot. Loss of expertise versus the regret of never chasing your passion. Will your 80-year-old self be proud of choosing the safe path? To take action, it's critical to make your next move concrete. Research shows that deciding when, where, and what you'll do makes execution far more likely. Bezos himself launched his company in 1994, went live as an online bookstore in 1995, and built one of the world's largest e-commerce enterprises. So what questions should you ask yourself to put this into practice? Throw these 5 questions at yourself from the perspective of your 80-year-old self. Question 1. Looking back at 80, how will I feel about this decision? Picture it in concrete detail. Will you feel proud? Will you feel regret? Question 2. Will this short-term risk still matter 10 years from now? A drop in income, a loss of stability. Will these still be serious problems a decade from now? Question 3. If I don't make this decision, what will I regret? Never taking the challenge. Never testing your potential. Can you live with that? Question 4. On my deathbed, will I be proud of this choice? In the final moments of your life, what will you regret? Question 5. What happens when I use regret, not fear, as my compass? Strip out the emotion. Decide with logic. Questions like these can help you put your values and priorities into words and reduce your uncertainty. The hesitation fades, and you can choose with confidence. And never forget the most important truth. Life is short. Average life expectancy in developed countries is around 80 years. That's roughly 200 days. This is a rough benchmark assuming you live to 80. For a more accurate picture, check the latest age-specific life expectancy statistics for your country. At 30, you have about 250 days left. At 40, roughly 600. At 50, around 950. As the ancient philosopher Seneca said, time is the most precious and irrecoverable resource. Money can be earned, skills can be learned, but time never comes back. Bezos said it himself. What I think about on my deathbed is what guides my decisions today. The regret minimization framework is a decision-making system built on the premise that time is finite. The decisions you make today determine the rest of your life. Don't let short-term fear run the show. Choose based on long-term regret. And this isn't just personal philosophy. The data proves this truth. Daniel Pink's 2022 World Regret Survey analyzed data from more than 16,000 people across 105 countries. What it revealed is that the regret people feel most is a lack of boldness. In other words, the regret of inaction. I wish I had taken more chances. As the research of Cornell University psychologist Thomas Gilovich shows, people fear failure in the short term. But over the long run, they tend to regret what they never did far more intensely. This is no coincidence. Statistically, the regret of inaction is the single largest category. Bezos's personal philosophy aligns perfectly with the lived experience of people around the world. Your regrets will most likely follow the same pattern. Now let's pull the key points together. Your regret minimization action plan. First, make the 80-year-old perspective a habit. Before every major decision, always picture your 80-year-old self. Build a concrete vision of the future. Using an aging app to see a photo of your older self can also be effective. Compare short-term risks against long-term regrets. This is the foundation for deciding with logic, not fear. Second, put the 5 questions into practice. What will your 80-year-old self think? Will the short-term risks still matter in 10 years? If you don't act, what will you regret? Will you be proud on your deathbed? What changes when you use regret instead of fear as your compass? These questions will bring your decisions into sharp focus. Third, recognize the finiteness of time. Calculate your remaining days and internalize that every single one is a precious resource. Then execute choices you won't regret. Global scale surveys make it clear. The greatest regret people carry isn't "I failed," it's "I never tried." Life is short. The regret of inaction never fades. Now ask yourself this. What important decision are you putting off right now? What would your 80-year-old self say to you about it? Share your strategy in the comments. Your action plan, your questions, your decisions. All of it becomes the collective wisdom of this community. Thanks for watching all the way to the end today. This channel delivers concrete decision-making frameworks. Not theory, practice, not intuition, science, designed to drive your growth. Subscribe, and let's keep building practical knowledge together next time. Turn on notifications, and every time a new video drops, your ability to navigate life's choices levels up. See you in the next one.